Hey everybody, welcome to How Do I Know You with your host, Mark and Dwayne.
What up?
And you can find us. Hey, I'm gonna start doing the plugs in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just at least the quick ones.
Let's do that.
Follow and subscribe to us on Spotify and podcast, Apple iTunes. Shit.
You alright, man?
I'm still tired.
Follow us on that.
You can tell I'm tired because
wherever the words come out the phone, follow us there, please.
Yeah, you know where.
You know that. You know that.
Damn it.
Starting early with the bullshit.
Fuck.
But yeah, follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Please keep it coming with the 5-star reviews on iTunes. I think we're at 30 now.
Something like that, yeah.
I think we're at 30. It's looking good. We need those to continue to go up those iTunes charts, to come up in the searches a little faster and things like that. We definitely need your support. Also, please continue to subscribe to us on YouTube. Keep the YouTube channel going.
Comment, share,
all that stuff. If you guys want, honestly, I think the quickest way to get our attention when it comes to like interacting with us would be on the YouTube. For like all podcast related stuff and everything like that. Other stuff,
if you really want to talk to Dwayne, it's YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
That's where his
YouTube and Twitter.
Twitter.
No, YouTube and Twitter. YouTube and Twitter definitely. YouTube is because at work I have it logged into the YouTube account, so I see all the comments that come up. Yeah. So yeah, that's how most of the time I'm like, ooh, someone said that.
Yeah. And he feels better about it because it's like he's getting paid to comment.
Yeah. And then Twitter, same thing. I'm connected on Twitter at work, so I can see all that too. At least when I have time to refresh the feed or whatever. But other than that,
today's topic is
sorry for that snort. Sorry, I'm like I have allergies running around, man. I don't know what it is. Something about the summer right now. Yeah, today's topic is allergies.
What's up with allergies?
What's up with that stuff? No, again, I think we got a pretty good show today. We got a bunch of topics that we gonna hit. The first one I want to get to is you guys. By you guys, I mean the fans out there, the listeners, all that cool stuff. You guys owe us a couple of apologies. Now, you didn't do anything wrong, but I still want an apology, all right? Because I feel like somewhere deep down, you doubt us.
Because deep down.
Deep down.
Like in the stomach area.
Deep down in my crotch.
Oh, even lower.
You doubt us. And I don't like that, okay?
Don't crouch, doubt us.
Don't crouch. I can't even say it.
Damn it, we are fucking up today.
I know, this is wow. I have to sneeze again, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. There's like, you like score. Like, I fuck up once, you fuck up.
Yeah, damn. I'm
trying to talk.
All right, from this point forward, no more fuck ups. Okay, so deep down in our crotch, I feel like you guys doubt us. You want to know why? Because last week, I think this is unprecedented in podcast history. All right, unprecedented.
It's never happened before.
Never happened before, right? Maybe once, right? Maybe like a podcast gets one prediction correct, right? One. We got 2.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we're rivaling the fucking Simpsons in terms of predicting for the future.
Something we say on this podcast happens, all right? And damn near exactly to the T of how we said it.
Do we make it happen just because we say it?
Maybe.
That's for you to decide, really?
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Are we a part of the Illuminati? That's for you to figure out.
I don't know.
Because the background went from green to black. Y'all need to catch up.
If you know what that means, you're not part of the Illuminati.
Man, look. Damn it. I had a Jay-Z bar and I just lost it. Damn it. See, man, y'all got to understand. If you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack. Maybe you will love us when we fade to black. Don't you get the black back? Do you get it now?
It's all symbolism,
Do you get it now? All right? Do you understand it?
Open up your ears, man.
Your mind, man. We're trying to snitch on ourselves to you via camera. No, but I feel like it is unprecedented because we got 2 things right that happened in the same week. That's crazy, whatever. But the first one would be the Disney rolling out or unveiling their little bundle package, which is wow.
You get ESPN Plus, you get Hulu, I'm assuming they add one, and then Disney Plus.
Yeah.
For like
$12.99.
$12.99.
Which is, I believe, $1 lower than Netflix.
Yeah, for their if you do just 2 screens.
Yeah.
Which I don't, because I ball.
We ball out here.
I ball with a 4.
But we need y'all to keep subscribing. We need this money.
Yeah.
But
that's gonna change everything, man. Like anyone that was on the fence about whatever, I'm definitely getting it. You get ESPN Plus, which I don't really watch sports, and I don't really watch sports. Damn it, I don't really watch sports, but
I still didn't fuck up. Let's go.
I never made that promise. I just let the record state.
Mark didn't make the promise.
I might start watching sports now. I might become one of the sports guys. I could finally start, following stats and shit. I could do the Sports Center thing.
But the thing is, the what's the word I'm looking for? The thing that entices you about ESPN Plus that should entice you about it is right now ESPN Plus is the only place, not the only place, but it's the place that, because of UFC's deal with ESPN, they host all of the UFC pay-per-views.
Right.
So if you have ESPN Plus, you can watch every UFC pay-per-view fight on there.
I'm hoping for free. We'll see.
No, yeah, it is because
it's part of the package. Yeah, because if it's part of the package, great. If it's not, I'll find my way.
No, it's definitely part, because ESPN Plus alone, I think it's like $5.99 a month or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Or $4.99. You guys can fact check me there somewhere, but it's like $5 a month, right? So when you have ESPN Plus, you get the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
So you get that, right?
I hope so. It's not some bullshit.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm saying I hope.
You're doubting me. My crotch area is feeling some doubt right now. Big ass boner.
My hand is tattooed. Doubt.
Don't doubt me. No, but yeah, you get the pay-per-view fights if you have ESPN Plus. Also, they have that deal with Top Rank, so you get a lot of the ESPN boxing pay-per-views as well, right? If you have ESPN Plus. So you get that. That alone is worth getting ESPN Plus for, right? You get that, and then you get Hulu. I'm not a big Hulu person, but damn it, if it comes in this bundle, why the fuck not? All right? Because I never saw the big differences between Hulu and Netflix. Maybe you can fill me in, because I think you have Hulu.
Just both shows have original content, which you always see on there. Hulu has like a lot more deals with like TV shows, like current TV shows, so it'll show like live shit quicker.
Okay. All right. Well, then you get that, and then you get the bonus, of course, if you're a Disney fan or just like their product, or you just became a Disney fan because of all like the superhero movies and things like that. You get all of that on top of that.
I'm hoping because Disney has like sub production companies that, like New Line Cinema, I think is one of theirs. I think Touchstone Pictures, old companies, nerdy shit. I hope they put those on there too.
I would feel like they would have to. I mean, because it's all under the Disney umbrella, so why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
But this is game changing. This is, on that same episode we talked about that. We talked about how it was going to take over. We also talked about the likelihood, I believe, of like if one of them partnered up or something like that. I believe we touched on it, but it was like real quick. I don't think we went super deep into it.
Yeah, it was at that point. It was really just a guess.
Yeah, it was just a guess, right?
Like, it'd be cool if they
and it happened. And like, of course, I don't know if anyone saw Disney and Hulu doing it, but at this point, if you still are gonna own Netflix when this comes out, it has to be only for like whatever original content show that they have on there. It has to be.
That's what I'm doing it for. I might downgrade to 2 screens.
Like, because there is no purpose for having anything else other than what Disney is bringing out, in my opinion. And of course, we don't watch a lot of we don't pay for a lot of TV at all, because we have either Cody or XBMC for you like overseas people. Also, like, I'm a big fan of the DirecTV Now, like, streaming app and everything. And, like, there's a lot of apps. Like, I think Charter has one. Dish has one, I believe, too. So, if you have that, it's a great TV alternative. And then you have something like this. So, basically, you can have damn near
everything.
You can have, like, this is, like, rivaling the old school, like, black box for cable. You remember
Oh,
though?
yeah.
Where you like, someone would fucking hook it up and then you get the pay-per-views for free, you get porn, all that shit for free. This is rivaling. Like this is almost obliterating.
I didn't know you get pay-per-view for free and shit like that.
Yeah,
I knew about the porn thing.
Some people had the pay-per-view. They had like some people were able to hook it up to where they got pay-per-view for free too, which I was like, damn, you lucky bastard. But those were the days.
Yeah. Old 90s days.
But that's basically, come on, man. You could literally go from, all right, you don't even got to pay for these fights no more. You can have like a UFC watch party. You can literally, if you a hustler, you can host a party at your house, charge niggas $5 to come in. That first $5 already paid for the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then everything else you get after that is for whatever you put into it, which is food or whatever. And then you got a little money on the side for that, for however many people that you're hosting for. And then, come on, man, like, you can do that. Your kids got Disney. Like, freaking, then you can switch to Hulu and watch live stuff, or watch stuff at least that if it's not live, that you know it's going to come out, the next couple of days. Like, I don't see where this is like the perfect plan. Like, I don't see it. I'm like, Of course, I'm pretty sure once Netflix gets the fuck out of here, because it's going to happen. Maybe not, of course, not this year or next year, but I'd tell you, like, in the next 3 years, it should be out of here.
They're not going to get out of here. They're going to be bought up.
Yeah, they're going to.
By someone.
That's
Probably
what I mean. I mean, I feel like it's not going to be just a standalone company anymore.
Yeah, because once Disney buys, or whoever buys Netflix, that price, that $12.99 price, it's going to shoot up.
Man, Netflix needs to partner with Amazon.
That'd be smart.
They partner with Amazon. They'll stay afloat, and they'll at least have a
other prediction.
We did it again. They'll at least have a fighting chance if they partner with Amazon. I feel like there's super deals in there. Not to mention, because I believe Amazon Prime's. You've been telling me about a lot of shows they have on there that are like pretty good.
They have dope shows on there. Yeah.
So it's like that's a great way to roll out more of their content, and Netflix gets the whole. You're backed by Jeff Bezos. I mean,
yeah, for real.
So that's a shitload of money there. He's the only nigga that he divorced and gave his wife $40 billion and still is the richest man in the world.
Damn, Amazon's crazy, man.
That's wild. Cause you gotta hate a bitch that much to be like, I'm gonna give you $40 billion to get the fuck out of my face.
Like, it wasn't his choice.
But. No, of course. Like he cheated or whatever. But I'm like,
oh, did he?
Yeah, for you to be able to be like, I'm not gonna fix this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try it. You know what? Take it. Take 40. She divorced that nigga and then became.
The world's richest woman.
Yeah, if not the richest, like one of the world's richest women.
Yeah. That
quickly. And it's like, damn. Like,
not hating. And
he's still like, all right, it's fine. Whatever.
I respect it.
Like, oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah, shout out to her. She hey, smart decision.
There. Get some money. I'm here.
Hey, if you need some content, we are here. Because we've been 2 for 2 on these predictions. But yeah, definitely I feel like Netflix, they need to partner with Amazon. If they do that, they'll have a fighting chance at least. They're not going to win, but a fighting chance. But right now, all hell Disney. They running everything out here, man. Like, what can you do?
They will own the world soon.
What can you do? It's like, it feels like every fucking month they have a new superhero movie out that kills the box office. Yeah. Now you're going to go home and turn your TV on and you're watching ESPN.
Multiple
Disney.
superhero movies coming out every year. They promised every year there will be a Star Wars movie for the next however many years. And then just all the regular fucking animated movies that come out.
Look, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, that little mouse, he about to be president. Y'all ready for Mickey as your president? Are you ready? Y'all not ready.
Get ready.
Get ready, though. But yeah, so I just want y'all to give us our flowers for that, because that, I feel like we were, if not the only, to at least have those predictions be that wild with them. Yeah. The second one being the one that is the most controversial. But you heard it here first. HDIKY told you it was going to happen. We told you when it happened the first time, and they tried to cover it up. Right? So Jeff Epstein was found, we can't say, but allegedly, right? He was found unconscious in his cell.
He was found dead in a cell.
Well, you got to build it up, man. He's found unconscious. Later on, pronounced dead. Gee, they found like this nigga's dead.
What are you talking about, man? He was dead.
I walked in, that nigga dead, bro. Like,
yeah, pulse none, breathing none.
Funny story, real quick. At my old job, basically. The fuck is that? All right, okay. But at my old job, there was an incident where shout out to my boy Jason. He was the assistant manager at my old job, and it was a Walgreens, right? So, one day he's like, "I'm gonna go outside for a smoke break." I'm like, "All right, cool." He goes outside. He comes back in. No, he goes outside, and then I'm on my 10-minute break or whatever. So comes back. And he pages me. He's like, Dwayne to the front. I'm like, all right, cool. So I know he's outside though. So I walk towards the front. The cashier's like, oh yeah, no, Jason's outside. I walk outside. There's a dude laid out in the parking lot. Right? He's next to the propane tanks. He's just laid out, and it's me, Jason, and then like the Pepsi dude. Right? So Jason looks at me, and as soon as I walk outside, I'm like, oh, that nigga dead.
What are you guys doing speculating?
Yeah, right. So Jason goes like, Jason's like, what do you think? And I as we walk outside, I'm like, oh yeah, that nigga dead. Because the dude was like purple. I was like, no, he's dead.
So everybody knows if you're turning blue, you're in trouble.
Right. If you purple,
you're past that.
So he was dead, right? And pretty much it was a heroin overdose. The dude he still had the needle in his arm, right? So Jason,
I don't know why I looked at your arm when he did that. That was weird.
It's right there. So Jason, he asked me. He's like, no, he doesn't ask me actually. The Pepsi dude, he asked both of us, and he's like, oh, should we call the paramedics? And then we both just kind of laugh, and we're like, nah, he's dead, man. And Jason's like, well, I'm gonna call the coroner. And no, he's like, I'm gonna call the police, and then they'll just come and call the coroner and everything like that. But that made me think of that when you were like, they found him dead, and I was like, I did get out. No, that nigga was dead then.
Yeah.
But of course you can't say that. So they found him unconscious, and then they later pronounced him dead, right?
Oh.
But immediately the spin train started to come out, and it was the whole. First it was no, he committed suicide. And then second, it was, he was on a 24-hour suicide watch and everything. But
the guards, they were asleep or something, or they weren't there at the time for whatever reason.
For some reason, they weren't there at the time.
And I think I saw something that the only thing that was allowed in his cell was paper towels. That was it. And they were like, "How are you gonna kill yourself with paper towels?"
Hey.
And then today.
Wait, there's just one more thing that was forgotten. He's on 24-hour suicide watch. They left him unattended for it was a very short period of time, and apparently he was in a cell that was it was monitored by cameras or whatever. Magically, during this time where they left him unattended, the cameras malfunctioned.
It happens.
That just happens.
It happens when you're performing murder.
Man, that's what happened. Well, hey, we don't know yet. But now continue.
And then today or yesterday, I saw a story saying like the autopsy report found that there was his neck was broken basically in multiple spots, and it was just like
right. And by the autopsy, they said it can be caused by hanging, but most likely because I believe I think the bone they said was broken was like his Hammond bone or something like that. Or I could be saying it wrong or whatever, but it was a specific bone that was broken in his neck that leads to most of the time that's a sign of strangulation. It's not a sign of someone hanging themselves. Yeah,
because to break your neck while hanging, I think it has to be like those old school Western where like they're lifted up a certain height.
Yeah, and they drop them and the force.
The force is what breaks your neck.
Right.
You can't like just hang in there. Is not, especially a dude that big.
Right.
Like, you have to be insanely huge, and the thing has to be super tight.
Right. If you, I guess, something to compare, which is sad. But if you guys remember Aaron Hernandez, the football player, he hung himself in his cell and everything. And Aaron Hernandez was a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, but
He had no broken neck, right?
Yeah, he had no broken neck. It was just, lack of oxygen. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Right. Because you're not choking yourself from a far distance at all. So so pretty much. So now there's a lot of conflicting reports, and immediately there is so many hashtags of Epstein murdered and everything like that. And I found it funny because we literally, if it was the week before or like 2 weeks before, said they gonna kill him.
Yeah, like there's no way.
There's no way.
This was definitely a hit at the highest fucking levels. Like every single person that was there got a huge payoff.
Yep. Or not.
I bet if you look into some kind of reports, depending on how good they are, like laundering their money to these people and whatever, you dig deep enough, you're gonna find some payoffs, some huge lump sum of money, like going.
Mark, still fucking up. Let's go.
Yeah, never the price.
Yeah.
Way too fuck up, man.
I'm gonna get your ass.
Buildings, anger.
But a huge lump sum of money, probably, or I would say to be on the safe side, because this could be like some Watergate shit where they trace the money back, and that's how you know it was.
They're not going to, because anybody that's looking into it, they're gonna get to. And I'm saying this because these are powerful ass people. Like, he had this mindset of like, I'm gonna take 20 women to my ranch, impregnate them all, because my genes need to survive. Like, I am so great, the world needs to be populated by more people like me.
But then there was also...
no, wait, sorry. See, he had that much money, so that means a whole bunch of powerful people were paying him. Mm-hmm. And the only ones that you really knew about that were in the news, which I heard was, like, the Clintons and, like, Trump. Mm-hmm. So those are already, like... You're talking president-level power.
Right.
And you got to think about the ones that you don't hear, ever.
Right.
Like, the people that have more power than the president.
Right. And that's where I was going to kind of allude to, because I heard an interesting theory. But there is... I don't know where I heard it from. I don't know, it could have been MSNBC or somewhere. But they were talking about the idea of possibly, like... Maybe he wasn't the dude who was, like, the mastermind behind all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
He might have just been... Because I think the theory has something to do with his father and everything like that. But, Jeffrey Epstein's father. But they were like... It's a deep level of thought, and also a deep level, like... It's very sophisticated, what they were trying to pull off. Because they were like... The main... goal might not have been like, let's traffic these kids, right? But you have someone who's into that shit, Epstein, and for some reason all these very successful rich motherfuckers are into the same weird shit, right?
Yeah.
The idea was actually like, let's make basically like a place where we can blackmail these people, because they're thinking, we know Epstein, he's cool, he has this ranch full of whatever. Yeah. But also apparently in the ranch and in his house, he had two-way mirrors. He had places that were like, cameras were everywhere. Cameras were in the bedrooms, cameras were like in like all over the ranch and everything like that. So it's like, why would you, if you know that you're someone who's very powerful and you're doing some weirdo shit can either get you a shit ton of years in prison, or B, you would lose everything that ever comes out. Yeah. Why in the blue fuck will somebody be filming that?
Right, so I guess the thing is, like, these powerful ass rich people would pay Epstein thinking, it's like, I'm paying a shitload of money, I'm paying for the privacy and like, all this fucked up shit. Right. It shouldn't be. Like, in their heads, like, they got convinced that, like, this is private, no one's filming this shit, blah, blah, blah. Jeffrey, whoever really runs it behind Epstein, was the one filming it, putting all those hidden cameras everywhere. Right. And now they got to keep doing it. The money has to keep coming from them.
Right. And then the whole main idea is you get these people, blackmail them, and then you help them get into these positions of power, which then since they're in that position, now that you've given them funding, you've helped them however you've helped them, you gave them little connections to meet certain people. Now, since they're in there, now they do shit that you want and favors for you to get you whatever, right?
Which it like in a way it makes sense because you start seeing these people that like
have no business.
Yeah, have no business in these positions. Also, like their speeches for like why they're against certain things when it's clear.
Yeah.
Like the thing that they're for is like really fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like let's like when people when like when the whole mass shootings happen and then people on TV and they go like, you know what? It's because we don't have enough prayer in school. It's like that's not the issue, man. You know,
that's a redirect.
Yeah, it's a redirect and like some very like it's shit like that. It's just like, oh, like these people are here probably because someone's black and they have to say this shit. Yeah. They have to have this point of view.
Yeah, there's
they have, and then you know what it's like. I'm sure you've fucking experienced like where you have to say something that you don't want to, you don't believe, but you have to say it because of whatever position or whatever behind you.
Right.
You just have to do that. And like it never comes that genuine. Like you could tell it's fucking fake and that's why no one fucking believes you and that's why everyone's going like shut the fuck up and whatever.
Right. You can just look at, like I said, you can look at stuff today and you can see what I'm alluding to. Of course, you can do your own research or whatever to get to what I'm trying to tell you guys without saying it. But you can look at someone like a Mike Pence, right? Mike Pence, for all intents and purposes, he is an interesting choice to be vice president, right? But if you guys remember, there was some controversy early on in Trump's campaign and everything, especially after he chose Pence to be his running mate. You know, those pictures leaked of him at that gay strip club, you know, with his shirt off and everything, and you know, surrounded by male strippers. And again, it's like why would something like that come out if it's not what I'm pretty much alluding to, right? Because if you get someone
do you think it was like a little test of like, oh, you don't believe they're gonna black? You don't believe like
it's like shit? Or like kind of like a thing like don't get cute.
Yeah.
Like like we put you here for a reason, my guy. Do not get cute.
Just reminding you.
Yeah.
Because that shit did get buried pretty quick, and who has the power? Quick. Who has the power to bury that shit?
The same people that have the power who put it out.
Some people that could pay us to say whatever. What?
We're not saying that we're selling out,
but saying I want money.
The narrative that you need driven, we can get that home for you.
I mean, you got it.
No, but yeah, like it's very clear. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at someone like a Trump, you know, that says clearly, because it is something that has some validity to it, but also, if you think about it, look deeper and look more towards why would someone be saying that so much. Yeah. When Trump goes on TV and says, you know, don't believe the media. Media's fake news. It's all fake. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. But then, of course, you do realize that he talks to the media and uses the media to get out messages, right? So that'd be conflicting reports, because it's like, why would you talk to someone that you don't believe? That's stupid. Right? But, of course, think about it. He's feeding this message because maybe not people like us, maybe not someone who's educated or someone, but people who are possibly, you know, a little on the slower side, or you know,
dumbasses.
Hey, but people will listen to that and be like, he's right. Don't believe them and everything. So now everything that does come out that has truth to it, and it's like, look at this shit. Instantly, people now, come on, Trump made fake news a thing.
Yeah.
So now every time someone says something about something, or something happens, they instantly go, "That's fake news."
Right. Just because they don't like it.
Yeah. Just because they don't like it. Just because they don't agree with whatever is going on. And I'm like, Trump made that up, but of course you keep saying stuff over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. People start believing it.
People start believing it, and it's like you get put in positions to do certain things, man. So yeah, moral of the story is,
Trump is like the perfect guy to have there because he's so dumb, which means he can't double cross you.
No,
because he's so dumb.
Not at all.
And every like crazy thing he says, it causes a huge distraction, so that people could just in the background, like people really in power, could just like slip shit through.
Right, and that's we're gonna get to a whole bunch of distractions in a second.
Conspiracy theories are awesome.
This might be the conspiracy theory podcast today. But yeah, Epstein, I'm just gonna say, for the people that believe, like, you know, he hung himself and everything. Could be. Who knows?
And the whole like fake news thing, like before Trump, it was like, yeah, you should probably, like, if you're really interested in a story, do your own research, do your own research. Sources and shit like that, because news stations do have narratives to push, and like the
Exactly.
people in charge, like the anchors, they have to listen to their bosses.
Right.
They don't get a choice in like what they really want to say.
Right. And then also now there's new things where they put people in positions who are opinionated, and then they like to position it as like, oh no one tells me what to say. I say what I feel, but actually that's bullshit too.
Yeah, they're all scripted.
Yeah,
because it's funny because I've seen like the Daily Show and other places they'll like compile different news outlets from like across the country, and they all have like the same taglines, and they just keep like it's a repeat all that shit. It's funny because then they're all like under the same mega corporation.
Exactly. Right.
But yeah, I'm just saying like do your own research if you really like are gonna be about that subject.
Yeah, like
whatever you're into.
Any opinion that you're gonna formulate and everything like that. If you don't want to do the research, please be aware that you are subject to ridicule and scrutiny, and just be okay with that.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but if you want to be well versed in certain things, you got to do the research, and you got to be prepared to, like we always say, defend your point, stand on your point.
Yeah.
Like if you feel very strongly about something, stand on it, and then at least you'll get the respect that look, you're at least standing and fighting for what you believe. Don't be wishy-washy about certain things, and it's like when someone gives you like this fact right here says this and this, and you can be like, well, okay. It's like, well, okay. I mean, yeah, that's great, but also it's like, if you were so easily swayed, that means that you didn't believe what you were talking about in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. But going back to what I was saying, if you believe that Epstein committed suicide, that's great. That's fine. I will just say that this is the oddest suicide I have ever seen from someone that was on suicide watch, from someone who previously, quote unquote, tried to commit suicide a week and a half prior.
Yeah.
To again go through with it somehow when you're on suicide watch, they don't give you shit that you can kill yourself with anyway. For people who've either been locked up or been in a holding cell or been in any sort of prison or anything like that, when you go inside that shit or whatever, right? Like they make you take off anything that you can either harm yourself or someone with. It's like your laces and your shoes gone. The fucking the string shits in your sweaters and jackets and shit gone. If they can't come out, they'll cut them off you. Like you can't go in there with anything that's gonna hurt yourself or someone else, right? So how magically someone who's on a very high security suicide watch commits suicide? Yeah, believe what you want to believe.
Also, a person that was so fucking narcissistic, huge ass ego to make a ranch to impregnate all women.
Right.
You think someone with that kind of ego is gonna kill themselves?
And not to mention what people keep forgetting about it, like his sentence wasn't even long.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be.
It wasn't gonna be.
He was that rich.
Yeah, it was probably gonna be like
he's like he serves a minimal sentence with fucking child rape and trafficking and
not even that. I think he's gonna get like hit with like maybe I think child pornography, which is like what a year
because he was gonna name everybody. That's
like he's gonna get hit with that a year and probably some kind of club fed ass prison where it's like a country club or whatever. Yep. So like he wasn't going to anything that was gonna be crazy. So then again, connect all the dots and everything. It's like, so again, people are gonna be like, oh no, he's gonna be ridiculed in the whatever, and he's gonna be looked at as a pedophile, whatever. Don't nobody give a fuck.
Nope, not in Club Fed, man.
Don't nobody care. Not even that. I'm talking about outside. Once you get done, don't nobody care.
Yeah. He's rich. He's still gonna be rich.
Yeah, don't nobody even know who you are.
Yeah. He had enough money to fucking live in fucking isolation somewhere.
He had enough money and financial backing to take that bid, fucking come back. They were gonna prop him up again. He can do the same shit over again, probably at a new island location or whatever.
The only way he would like fucking lose everything is if people just magically would stop accepting his money. Like if he had to like staff his fucking new spot with like cooks and maids and shit like that. If like all of them were like, nah, I'm not gonna take a pedophile's money. Right.
Or the other side with the people who were backing him say, you know what, you're a little too hot now. We're good.
Yeah, we're leaving you alone.
We're fine. You know what I'm saying? You're done. Like that's what happened. So he wasn't facing anything that was like crazy. So for him to quote unquote commit suicide, That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna go. Again, you believe what you want to believe.
I'm gonna go.
Believe what you want to believe. But on with that, subject to something that happened yesterday. This happened yesterday. This was something that I guess surprised a lot of people. But Jay-Z, his deal with the NFL. So Jay-Z inked a deal with the NFL to basically, if I heard correctly, he would be a partner with the NFL, and he would be...
It would be Rock Nation, right?
Right.
Okay.
So Rock Nation...
What's the deal exactly?
I believe the deal is... I know that they're going to get, like, I think first dibs entertainment-wise, that they're going to go through them and, like, actually consult with Jay-Z on entertainment. So that probably looks like a lot more urban performances and stuff at the Super Bowl and other events. But I'm gonna look this up real quick. Mark, stall for a sec because I want to get to the nitty gritty of it.
I want to sit in awkward ass silence.
I want to get to the nitty gritty.
Until you find the article. That's so weird. That's so weird because I thought Jay-Z was one of those people that were like had Kaepernick. It's Kaepernick, right? That's his name.
Right.
He like had his back and was just like, no, fuck the NFL and all that shit. Because I'm hoping this deal like has some kind of like protest kind of thing to where they can't do what they did to Kaepernick again for someone protesting.
We can get to all that
shit, like like social injustice and like you can't believe the lies of like, oh, he hates our troops and shit like that, even though he got the idea from a troop. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like pretty much stop spinning the lies and just really report like, oh, he's protesting police brutality and shit like that.
Right. So it says that Jay-Z will help to directly shape the NFL's social justice program and oversee much of the league's entertainment programming, including the halftime show. So, yeah.
That's it. This kind of sucks. I mean, I really hope that's not it because Jay-Z's been on this whole hasn't he been on this whole kind of woke thing?
Yes.
And pro-black and everything.
Right.
And that would really suck because the NFL right now is really kind of anti-black with everything that's going on.
And the reason why I wanted to hit on this because I feel like there's so many levels to this deal that it's very interesting, right? But I the reason why I wanted to bring it up, cause I like how people are they're already picking sides on this shit, right? And it's very
without no information.
Yeah, without no information. But it's very interesting because I heard a clip today from Ebro in the Morning. Shout out to those guys. Don't know none of y'all, but whatever.
Hot 97?
Yeah, Hot 97. But Ebro was pretty much saying that he didn't really agree with Jay-Z partnering with the NFL, but he was saying that he's going to wait and see what happens and where it goes, and he feels like that, Jay-Z, because of everything that he's done, deserves that, right?
The benefit of the doubt of let's wait and see before we just start fucking hanging him.
Right. So, I understood that, and I get that, and I feel like he does deserve that, right?
Yeah.
But I guess my issue with everything is Jay-Z was one of those people who, I mean, he had bars talking about that the Super Bowl asked him to perform. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking with y'all and everything like that, right? So, why do we give someone like a Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt? Is it because of who he is, or is it because of what he's done? Because I look at it like, for you to go do this, the person that brought all the attention to everything, which again, this is where like you were saying, when everything gets fucking blurred, right? So Kaepernick put his neck on the line, his whole career and everything on the line, because he felt so strongly about police brutality and everything that's going on and the social injustices in the world for people of color, right?
Yeah.
So he risked everything, right? And ultimately he lost his job and no one signed him.
Yeah, and it's been at this point, it's 889 days or something like that.
Yeah, he's been out of work for almost 3 years.
Something like that.
Something like that, right? So He is, I believe, a Rock Nation client and everything like that. So I look at it like, okay, now Jay-Z has stated that he's had conversations with Kaepernick in the past and everything like that. So he understands the plight. He's one of the people who was championing Kaepernick for everything that he was doing. You know what I mean? And he would perform and wear his jersey and everything like that, right? Yeah. So it was a lot of stuff that he was doing. Why do we give him the benefit of the doubt for signing this deal? Because we hope, you know, that, oh no, it's Jay-Z and he's gonna definitely whatever. When if you look at the deal for what it talks about currently, it's like, wait, we supposed to not kill you because it's gonna be more black people performing at the halftime show that happens once a year?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying
because that's whatever they're reporting.
Right.
That's what the report says. Like
that's what it says right now.
Nothing else. Nothing beyond what we think, what we hope.
Right. And then also I get it. It says like, you know, oversee the NFL's social justice programs and all this stuff. I'm like, that's cool and everything, but look, the NFL's main problem isn't how they treat black people. The NFL's main problem is that the league itself is a piece of shit.
Yeah, they treat their players horribly. Like, it's one of the shortest careers, and you get paid the least.
Right.
And one of the most dangerous.
Right. And it's like, I get it, because it's predominantly black, so I understand why people associate with, like, you treat black people bad and everything like that. But the NFL has issues with fucking domestic violence, has issues with intoxication, drugs.
Right. And a lot of this shit came up when like they were comparing like what Kaepernick did compared to like all these people that beat their fucking wives, and fucking
still playing murders, and all this stuff.
And then come back, get signed again.
Yeah, and it's like Richie Incognito and bullying. Fucking we can just go on. Like there's so many things that the NFL has just allowed that we've been like, okay, but they try to mask it with like, oh no, he's gonna help them connect more with black people and black communities to be able to be cool with the NFL and shit like that. Let me tell y'all something. And again, no one's bringing this up, so I don't understand why this isn't being brought up. There was not a dip at all in viewership last year for the NFL. Not a dip. All right, like it was. For anything that was very small, it was very small. Like, all right, the fucking Super Bowl is still the highest rated thing that was saw last year. Everyone who was on, like, of course, people were like, oh, I'm not fucking with the NFL and everything like that. Let me tell you something. All right, me personally, because I never said it, so I don't give a shit. Y'all can hate me. I didn't say it. I still watch my Steelers every Sunday. All right. So for the people, yeah, there was people who were like, I'm not fucking with that. And for the people who did, I salute them. They didn't fuck with it, cool. Everything like that. But the NFL still got watched. People still followed their teams.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. Only thing that we did was like, damn. Every now and then, every time you would think about Kaepernick, like, damn.
And it was like a light was shined a little more. Like, if you didn't know really about the NFL, like, now you know about the fuck shit. That happens a lot.
The reason why I'm like, kind of upset about it is because Kaepernick wasn't saying that the NFL, like, he didn't give a fuck about the NFL.
Yeah.
His whole thing was like, black people are being treated badly and no one's doing anything about it. But then the narrative got flipped to like, oh, the NFL and the NFL's not allowing black people of color to kneel for this and everything. And then it turned to, oh, you're not patriotic if blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of other shit that wasn't the issue, right?
Yeah.
So now it's getting spun that, you know, the whole thing was that Kaepernick wanted to shine a light on social injustices when it comes to people of color. And he did that. You know, mission accomplished. I'm like, no mission was accomplished.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
What was accomplished?
I mean, the whole benefit of the doubt thing, I'm hoping that, like, it's one of those things, like, I can only make an effective change from the inside. Like, I gotta infiltrate. Like, if you wanna change laws and shit like that, become a fucking lawyer.
Right.
You know, learn the laws and learn how it fucking works, and then you change from the inside. Like, it's so... You have to have, like, a huge backing, especially against the NFL, like, a huge-ass backing to fight out from the outside and be like, we're going to protest, we're going to do this shit, we're going to do this. A lot of people need to be unified. But an easier way is to do what Jay-Z's doing, which is, like, make a partnership, infiltrate, see what's going on, whatever's going to happen. Maybe Rock Nation will become too big for the NFL for the NFL to control. So then they'll, like... do more, like so something like Kaepernick doesn't happen again.
See, the thing,
I don't know.
Like again, you have to think really like you have to be very cerebral about this shit, right? Yeah. And I like no part of my words is saying like fuck Jay-Z or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I fucking love Jay-Z. But what I'm saying is, why does he get the benefit of the doubt, right? Because at the end of the day, Jay-Z is a businessman as well, right? I understand you do everything. I get it. He would be the perfect person for this situation because it's like, yeah, he's done so much for the community and everything, and he's trying to push like black people and black excellence and black empowerment and everything. Like we need to be in these positions. That's fine. That's cool. I get all that.
Yeah.
My thing is, why does he get the benefit of the doubt? Because I guarantee, if fucking some white man want to do the same thing, it wouldn't be cool.
No, of course not. Because it would be seen as like, oh, the NFL's trying to put on a show so that they could get the heat off all this social justice shit.
Right.
Shit like that. It really is. It's because of what he's done and what he's done in the past.
Right, and this is where I get
it's hope.
Right, and this is where I get, because you just said it. And this is what I wanted to get to with this conversation. You got to look at all this stuff as what it is, face value, right? Yeah. What you're being given, but also look at it from a perspective of what's happening. The NFL also understands that there is a lot of heat on them when it comes to people of color and things like that, or at least that community, because it seems like a lot of our athletes and stuff are the ones on the in the news the most when it comes to like white players doing some shit, it gets brushed off or whatever, right? It seems like our players do go through the most in these situations, and we have the hardest time getting money and getting paid for certain things and contract disputes and all that stuff, right? The one thing Jay-Z is, like, Rock Nation Sports is a sports agency. Jay-Z does, not Jay-Z himself, obviously, but his agency it does handle quite a few players in the NFL as well. So if you look at this from a business perspective, Jay-Z does get, or at least his agency does get the benefit of, okay, now that we're in here, these players who are also that aren't our clients and stuff, now we have kind of first dibs on them as well. Yeah. So there is a monetary gain for this as well. Not to mention, Jay-Z is someone who is very rich, and you don't think, some sort of way if he can infiltrate to somehow, which is, again, it'd be fine. I'd be cool with it, but also, you don't think there probably won't be some implications or indications of Jay-Z possibly buying a franchise? Because there aren't any black owners. Why not have the
governors, right?
Yeah, why not?
Or is it the basketball thing?
I think that's just basketball. Okay. But it's like, why not have the one dude that you're partnered with be the first one? Yeah. Again, because if you're the NFL, you're like, fuck it. This dude has the money. He's with us. Yep. We can talk to him.
He's take heat off of us.
It's taking heat off of us. He's in our pocket. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like, yes, he can help, but also you got to look at it for what it is too. He's doing stuff, or like these deals are being made to benefit them as well. It's not something where it's just like, oh no, it's just all for my people and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, Mark is right. You have to be able to take the bullets that you're gonna take from doing this, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's walking into the line of fire. Yeah, because it's like
this. It's like social justice. It's pretty high up there, right? Especially when you're like you're that rich and everything, right? But then also like this big ass deal and money that I'm about to make, like what's why are you really doing it? Right. The story you have to spin, right? For social justice, you have to do it for this shit, right? And then the real reason,
right? All this money. And then to go back to someone that you don't like, but Steve Harvey did say, I can't help my people being broke. Right? So there is, again, people don't like to hear that, but there is some truth to that. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a big truth to that. So
it's a big reason like why Jewish people are like, for the most part, so well off. Like they
Mark talking about the Jews, not me.
I said Jewish. I said the whole word. Just,
Mark is talking about
Jewish. But people. They got like certain people got money, and then they started helping each other, and now they pretty much have like a whole thing going on. Right. Like they're like, because it's not a bad stereotype to be like, these people have money.
Right.
You know, it's like they make fun of it or whatever, all that shit. But the truth is they own a lot of shit. They have a lot of money because they took care of their own.
So, I guess in a perfect world, yes, I feel like we all hope that he's able to change a lot of things, right?
At least, you know what? It's that thing we talked about, like the whole like at least this what my hope would be. This sparks, or at least this sets up a position to where someone that's not part of it yet comes in and is like, oh shit, I have a plan. I see the fucking route. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna change the NFL for real.
Right.
You know, but who the fucking knows? It's a long game at this point. You know.
Right, and then like I said, I just want people to be able to look at shit objectively, because there is no benefit of the doubt when it comes to social injustices, right? There's no benefit of the doubt. If that was the case, then we wouldn't get mad, right, when cops do something, because the benefit of the doubt is they're cops, right?
Yeah.
You know, they have a job and everything, and this person was doing something illegal, quote unquote, or whatever, right? So whatever, but yeah, there is none of that. So when it comes to this shit, I just want people to be down the middle. It's like, you know, if you don't fuck with something, don't fuck with it, right? But if you are thinking like, you know, because I feel like I said, if it was anybody else, if it was freaking if the NFL hired Wayne Brady, right, and it was like, Wayne, you perfect to whatever, niggas would kill. Like, they'd be like, no, this is bullshit and everything like that. But I feel like it's because it's Jay-Z and the NFL knew it, and it's like, oh no, this is gonna work because they like him.
Yeah, it's all about the story. It's all about the story they could sell.
That's why I want people just to be down the middle with this shit and be transparent.
Yeah.
And be like, look, if you understand, or you feel like, okay, I get it, you know, we have to infiltrate to change shit, then be like that from the jump. Don't kill niggas off rip because you feel like, oh no, he ain't gonna do nothing. No, fuck him. He won't do shit.
Yeah.
You know, but this person will. Nah. You gotta go into that mindset on everything. This goes back to the conversation we had about, you know, that whole conversation about what can we do to change, like, racism and all that shit. And then people were like, oh, we can, you know, we need to fight and everything, but I'm not going to do it and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, if you ain't willing to put your neck out on the line, then you need to sit down completely. So my hope is with Jay-Z being like, okay, I'll partner with him. He's putting his neck out there. Because he knows if this shit goes bad, he's done. Like, maybe not done, obviously, because he's still Jay-Z.
And he still has a lot of money. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, you know, he might get a very, like, black people might have a very bad taste in their mouth for when they hear that name, because it's like, you know, he didn't really help.
Yeah,
he didn't
especially with someone so fucking high up on top.
Yeah,
it's a long fall.
Yeah, and it's like, but I feel like it's long, but also if you don't do what you're supposed to do and don't represent, it can be quick. Like, it can be very quick. So I wish him the best, but I mean, I think I
hope.
Yeah, I think it came out today though, because the whole, I guess one of the new issues with this whole deal is apparently Jay-Z said that he talked to Colin Kaepernick before, you know, signing the deal and everything, and he was cool with it. But now Colin Kaepernick, his girlfriend came out and said that's not true. They never spoke. So again, now it's looking like, you know, hey, I'm.
And again, like, you don't know where she's coming from. Like, you don't know if she's telling the truth either.
Right. Or like,
what reason does she have to lie?
But
I don't know.
I believe Kaep backed it up.
Oh, did he?
I believe Kaep, because again, I think Ebro said he spoke to her and Kaep, and they said, like, no, we didn't. You know, he didn't talk to us. Like, again, what reason would you have to lie? I don't know. Yeah. Like, but you know, and now it's getting murky again now, because now it's like, okay, you yourself, Jay-Z, were saying that you backed Kaep and you were behind Kaep and his whole movement. You signed the deal. You said that, yeah, I talked to him. He's fine. But then now it's like, oh, he's saying that we didn't talk. So it's like, is he even cool with this?
Yeah. Or is that all part of the plan? You know?
Like, again,
because now people are focusing on the Kaep and Jay-Z thing instead of, like, the Jay-Z and the NFL thing, looking into that. Now you split people's attentions into which one they're going to, like, look look deeper into.
And that's something, since, we brought up Kaepernick, that's like the thing that I wanted to hit on last for this, because it's something that I feel like no one's really thinking about when it comes to this, right? So, like you said, he's been out of work for 800 and some odd days, right? And everyone's like, oh, everyone gets so mad when they see it. They're like, man, because it's the truth. There is a bunch of backup quarterbacks right now that are terrible. They're hot trash. There's a bunch of starters right now that are fucking hot trash, right? And you're telling me that Colin Kaepernick, who at one point was the face of this league, all right, before all this shit, he was considered like, oh no, he's the future.
Yeah, with the Niners, right?
Yeah, when he was balling with the Niners, he was considered the future, right? So you mean to tell me someone with that talent level can't even get a backup job? Come on, man, it's not believable, right? So there is something going on, clearly.
Yeah, you know what's stupid too? Like what you said earlier, there wasn't a dip in viewership or anything like that. Nope. So him getting put back in the NFL as like a backup
will do nothing.
It won't do anything either. Like all the people that would be upset over that shit, they'd still watch.
Yep.
They do their little burnings of whatever.
Yep.
It don't matter. They come back and watch. Yep. He continues to kneel. It gets forgotten about. It becomes like a thing where he does it so much, it's like whatever.
Yep.
Like, it's not news anymore.
Yep.
Nothing's changing. He does it whatever.
Because look,
that's what you test. You test his like fortitude. You test how long he's gonna do that for in his career. I look at the Cap situation just like Michael Vick. Because when Michael Vick was getting out of prison, right, people were like, oh, no, he's done. There's no way, because they'll protest at every game and everything like that. Yeah.
Michael Vick did his rounds, said his sorries. He had to fucking do what he had to do, right? Got back on the field. Yeah, those first couple of games, there was shitloads of fucking animal protesters outside or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But he balled, got paid. That shit went from, oh, there's so many, to like it just dissipated.
Yeah.
And then of course they still came out, but it wasn't like where it was when it started.
Yeah.
It wasn't like hundreds and like almost thousands. It was like
you don't get those like trending protesters.
Yeah, like 20, 25 people outside. Okay, cool, whatever. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it got to the point that it wasn't even like covered anymore. Yeah. About the protesters. It was just like, oh, no, Michael Vick.
That's what I'm saying. Like NFL, like they could have played it so different.
But here's why I feel like they're playing it this way. Right. The NFL, I feel like, with all the controversy and shit like that, right? It's been these last 3 years. It's been at its highest peak when it comes to being in the media, popularity, all that, right? It's at its highest, right? And I feel like something that they've been using, but no one's actually putting the two and two together, is Easy always. He was the first person that at least I heard that said, all publicity is good publicity, right? So it's like, as long as you're talking about me, I'm getting more use out of it than you are, because I'm the one that's being covered, and I didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Right. So for people looking at it, it's like, oh my God, every day some Kaepernick shit or whatever, right? You don't think the NFL possibly isn't keeping him out because it's like, okay, here's the sad reality of it, right? Here's the sad truth of it. They could say, you know what, fuck it. They can tell all the owners, give him a job. One of you guys, hey, your team sucks, put him on there, all right? Yeah. That owner can go sign him today. He can train and whatever, right? The sad truth is, as soon as they start that man, if he plays shitty, it's over.
Yeah.
It is over. No one cares. And for everyone who thinks like, no, we'd still care and everything. No, though.
Yeah, and how easy would it be to be like, hey, tell your I don't know the positions in football, your lineman or whatever, to like let the defenders through.
Right. I mean,
like, hey, make it look like, whatever, to get him hurt.
There's a lot
on the bench.
There's a lot. There's a lot that could be done. But I'm just saying, if everything was straight up, right? If everything was straight up, and he actually, was given a chance to play to his abilities, right? There is that scary reality that, okay, he can come out and suck.
Yeah, then no one would give a shit.
Because before all this shit, it wasn't like he was the greatest. All right? Yeah, he was having issues. So he wasn't. There is some truth to the whole matter of like, yeah, he wasn't doing well. Yeah. Right? He was doing decent, but not like what he was doing when he first started.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, think about it. No one rallies behind like a failure protester.
No one.
Like if you're a fucking loser and you're like, oh, like it just sounds like you're crying.
Right.
But if you're like winning in life and you're like, this is wrong, people are gonna rally behind you.
People love Ali because Ali was saying all this shit and Ali was knocking niggas out. All right, no one would have gave a fuck if Ali would have said all that shit and lost every fight.
Yeah, it would have been good for the one fight. Like, oh, this dude does all this shit, like whatever, and that's it.
But after that, whatever.
Yeah.
People love LeBron because LeBron, for the most part, he comes out, he dominates, and wins.
Prime example, fucking Conor McGregor does all this shit talking, whatever, loses. He hardly ever gets brought up again. Now he only gets brought up again when it's just like because it's like, oh, he doesn't need the money anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
he does something stupid or whatever, right?
Yeah, and that's it. Like, no one cares about his, fighting anymore. They pretty much expose him. Like, people know how to beat him now.
Right.
If they wanted to. I mean, a certain skill level, but you, whatever.
Basically, if you're a very skilled wrestler, he can't stop you.
Yeah.
But it's like, we can, on the flip side, look at someone like a Floyd. Floyd never lost.
Yep.
Very polarizing because he's never lost. Yep. And good or bad, the shit that he says gets hella attention. Why? Because he's never lost.
Yep.
He's a winner. So you want to listen to him, right? So this is the scary reality that no one ever brings up. It's like, okay, they sign him. He goes out and plays like trash. This shit is over.
Oh, another one I thought of, the Kobe, when I forgot what charge it was. It was like that sexual
the rape charge, which
rape charge.
He didn't get charged of.
He didn't get charged, whatever. Like, but that was story was right there, right? When he came back to playing basketball, he was like setting fucking records, personal records and like league records.
Yeah, and those were some of his greatest games. And I'm talking about like the day of court, he would go and drop 40. This was like after,
like after like he didn't have Shaq anymore, all that shit. You know, like the people that he won the championships with. He was playing like fucking great.
Yeah, and then people forgot about all that shit, and it was just like, no, Kobe's a man, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, if he plays bad, it's over. No one's gonna care. We're gonna move on, and he's gonna be looked at as like, oh yeah, he was that dude who tried to do some shit, but then he was trash towards the end. So who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
And the reason why I feel like the NFL doesn't give him a job is because they get way more money and publicity of keeping him out than letting him play.
Yeah,
that's it. But no one ever thinks about that. No one ever thinks about it. It's like, start him.
You think? I mean, you think they? Do you think the NFL actually cares that he's kneeling?
They don't.
Come on.
They don't give a shit.
When people have so much fucking money like they do, they don't give a shit about this kind of stuff.
They don't care.
They pretend to because they have to, or whatever,
right? But it's like, look, you're gonna tune in to see, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna kneel? You're gonna tune in to see, is he? Like, yo, damn.
We've even done it, and we don't have money. Like the whole bunch of episodes ago, we did like this whole bit of like, we're like, oh, we're gonna like put this misogynistic glove on, like, oh, it feels so whatever.
Yeah.
Complete joke, complete whatever. Like, but we played it up, right?
Right.
People still got like upset and shit.
It was funny too because we clearly said that this is a joke and whatever, but that episode, I remember the fucking YouTube comments. Yeah. People were going off.
You two are misogynistic the dumbasses.
Yeah, and I was like,
clearly you didn't listen to the whole clip.
Yeah, you didn't, which is fine. Cool. But and it was like, but yeah, that proves the point I'm talking about. And it's like the NFL is looking at this from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
If we put him out there and he doesn't do well, it's over. Yep. No one's gonna care about any of this shit. No one's gonna give a fuck about Jay-Z here. No one's gonna give a shit.
Nope.
Like, but if we leave him out and make it feel like, oh no, someone's not. You know, there's a whole there's like this fictional group of people who are like, no, keep him out. He can't be here. He's too whatever, right? You'll constantly keep the NFL in your mouth and on your mind. You'll constantly tune in and be like, see, that dude sucks. See, Kaepernick should play. But you're giving them ratings.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how do you know he sucks?
Like, exactly. It's like you're doing everything that they want you to do, but no one puts that to like, no one thinks about that. It's like he's out because they want him out because it brings them more publicity, it brings them more ratings, it brings them just more money.
He is a metaphorical like sacrifice. They are sacrificing him so that they make more and more money. Jay-Z makes a whole bunch of money off of it. I hope he gets money out of it, man. Like, you know, to do all that shit, because I think he really believed in it. Like his whole kneeling thing, I don't think it was a plan.
No, I don't. I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like Cap was sacrificed for Jay-Z to get here. Jay-Z hopefully will make the changes necessary so that black people can start having more of a say-so in the league, right? But the odd man out will always be Kaepernick because, like I said, he doesn't know, which obviously he doesn't know, but it's like they're not going to put you in because until the point where there's something more fucking polarizing.
Yeah.
Then they'll be like, you know what?
Man, that's gonna be even worse for Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Once something gets more polarizing than what he's doing, they don't need him no more. They'll stop paying him for whatever, like his sponsorships or whatever. He won't have that Nike thing no more. He'll just be a dude that's really good at football.
Or like I said, when that comes, someone will sign him. He'll play like trash. Or he might play well. Okay, yeah.
And it won't matter.
It won't matter. Cool. That's fine.
It's like we got this other issue to worry about.
Yeah, now we got this shit to worry about. No, it's all. Come on, like people need to realize that the NFL has been here forever. Okay, they're not going.
Just put the mic in front of you.
Oh, the NFL has been here forever. They're not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Nah, come on.
But
how many Super Bowls has it been now?
But people, we're on like 50 something at this point. But people seem to think that it's gonna die because no one's watching. No, you're not watching.
Yeah.
Everyone's still watching.
Yeah. Like all those people when Kaepernick got that sponsorship with Nike and we saw all those people like burning their shoes, all that shit, it's the same on the flip side. Like no one cares. Like all that when people are making fun of them, like you already bought that. They already have your money. They don't give a shit if you burn their stuff.
Right.
It's like you're not making a difference, man. There's not enough people unified on that front to make a difference.
And the whole thing, I feel like people are like, oh no, because people see how they're doing caps and they're not gonna want their kids to play that sport. Who?
For real.
Still,
these people that still have that dream, they're not gonna stop.
Still in the hood, the most popular sport is football. Period. Football. It's football, then it's basketball, then hopefully baseball and everything else after that. Right? Football is still number one. Every time Pop Warner starts and everything like that, literally, you can be in a barber shop, you can be anywhere, and you'll see people getting ready. Oh yeah, man, you better play Pop Warner. Oh yeah, man. He's going to fucking not even his neighborhood. He's going to some other far out neighborhood that just has better kids and everything like that. Because people know in the hood, it's one of the best chances you got of getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and it's like the most American sport. Like I would say on top of baseball. Because I don't know sports, but I'm gonna say on top of baseball because I don't think anywhere else in the world do they have like NFL like we do, like football teams like we do, where we kind of just like if America had a team and we played some other countries, we would dominate every time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Like there's no other countries could compete with us.
Right, but
our overseas fans, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys have like real football, not soccer.
I mean. They're like, that is real football. But I mean, like, there's like the CFL and stuff, so there's like leagues.
Yeah, I never hear about them. Like, not even a mention.
But yeah, but you're pretty much saying, but see, even those leagues, they're filled with people from like America.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like a bunch of like Canadian football players.
Yeah, because I know like I've heard like even like basketball, like I've heard someone say like overseas teams can beat like the American teams, which is like sad because we're the ones that started it. I don't know about baseball. Do you know about baseball?
Well, the last couple of World Baseball Classic, I think the USA won. I don't know if it was last year or the last one or the one prior to that, but the USA did win. But yeah, same thing in baseball. Baseball, it's a world sport, so it's like there's been times where we didn't win, and it was because they were way better. I'm sorry, but yeah, football, no, there's no way. Like we would dominate that every time.
Yeah. Let's start it. Just a little moral boost for football, just for America.
Fuck Cap. Let's change the narrative more.
You know what? We're gonna talk to Jay-Z. We're gonna take this international shit on the road.
Let's do this, man. But that's what they're trying to do right now because the NFL is pushing because now they're having games in Mexico. I think there'll be a game in Mexico this year. They've been having games in London. They're trying to make the sport global. And trying to, have people want to see the NFL in these places.
God, it's the next time. Imagine a fucking team of Mexico because they have so much money now.
Imagine a team of fucking Mexico. Oh my God!
They set up a team of America Samoa. Dude, just a football team made of Samoans.
Good luck.
They bring a whole bunch of money to the fucking territory.
Niggas wouldn't even play. They'll just be beating people's ass.
Huh?
Like they wouldn't even play.
Yeah, but think about it, because they could make America Samoa, like they could put a whole bunch of money into it. They don't live like fucking horrible lives, man. It fucking sucks. So I've seen some shit where they become like, they become part of the army and everything. They promise all this shit. They go back to America Samoa. They are completely forgotten about.
Right.
And it's American territory. Like it's America basically. Like it doesn't have statehood or whatever.
Right.
Different topic. But yeah, I mean, NFL can do so much good. I hope that's what this Jay-Z partnership does. See, I brought it back. I found a way to bring it back.
Yeah. But yeah, like people need to look at things for what they are instead of what exactly they feel like is happening.
Stop reacting with the like impulse emotional thing just because of what you feel.
Right. Because like I said, if a team needed it or if a team was directed, it would happen. Michael Vick came straight out of prison and got a job. Kaep has not been in prison. He's been fucking primarily healthy, probably even more healthy than he's ever been because he hasn't played in 3 years.
Yeah, he hasn't been hurt. Or
he's healed, right? Yep. So anything that was wrong, it's been healed.
It's just constant training.
Exactly. It's all he's been doing. You mean to tell me that no one can sign him or no one wants to sign him because whatever? People are going to say like, oh no, because can you imagine the media craziness around all that? Well, yeah, because it's the NFL. It happens anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to happen regardless. Okay? So, once again, like, you don't think these shitty teams that barely get any ratings wouldn't benefit from that?
Yep. Even that little boost would help them.
It's gonna help, man. Like, and I get it. There are some people who make some not really valid points, but they make like little points of like, well, it could piss off a whole section of fans or whatever. But like we said earlier, you can piss them off. They'll still be there.
Yeah.
They're still gonna be there.
They'll watch just to talk shit.
They're still gonna be there. If someone can prove what we're saying to be wrong and show us actual, like, hey, no, like, there was all these decreases and declines and things like that, now I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But like I said...
That's all we'll say.
Yeah, cool. All right, cool. All right, you got a point.
Yeah.
But from the numbers that I've seen, there was no, again, keyword, significant. I didn't say there was any drop. I said significant. There wasn't like any great drops of like, holy shit, no one's watching.
Which means like you really gotta like work at it and do all this crazy cleanup and all this fucking shit. It was so insignificant. They were like, they just business as usual.
It was so insignificant. They did the same shit all year. Throughout that whole time.
Yeah, nothing changed.
Nothing changed. It wasn't like, oh my God, look, this Kaepernick thing is getting out of control. We got to do something. Let's do this. Nothing changed. So you mean to tell me, because he doesn't have a job, you think people are going to be like, oh my God, we're going to stop watching, completely forget it? No. Yeah, maybe you stop watching, but there's going to be someone else who's going to keep watching. For every one person that leaves, there's 2 more people that start.
Yeah. And that's our time, folks.
That's a great way to end it, right there. But yeah, man, just for everything that we said today, I feel like people just need to start, doing definite, like, do your own research, right? But also be aware of everything that is happening. Don't just think about it from an emotional perspective.
If you're gonna be the person that really cares about it, that's like really gonna like shine the light on it to other people around them, and like go to the heights with like this protesting stuff. Those are the people that have to do the research.
Right.
People like us, where it's just like a casual thing, where like we don't really care either way.
Right.
Like we somewhat care. Like of course someone Kaep's side. Right. When it comes to all that shit. Like,
it's like we care, but we know that there's nothing that we can do that is going to change it immediately.
Yeah.
Only thing we can do is what we're doing right now, which is we can spark the conversation. Hopefully it reaches someone that's going to be like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to change it.
So yeah, if you're going to be that person, like do the fucking research. Like be as undeniable as you can.
Because the moral of today's podcast for me is that at the end of the day, like, people need to realize that, like, we ain't shit. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Like, we ain't shit because at the end of the day, think about it. We just said that, hey, we were 2 for 2 on predictions, right? Epstein was found dead Saturday or whatever. He got a hashtag and a trending topic
it hasn't even been brought up since. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, same thing. This Kaepernick thing, yeah. Okay, today's going to be a story. Tomorrow, no one's going to care. That's everything today. So that's why I'm like, if you guys care about certain shit and these things, then make it a reality and actually push it. But don't think just because, I added to the hashtag and I said this on social media, I'm doing... No,
I
you're not.
retweeted.
You're
That's
doing
like my
nothing.
extent. I retweet stuff.
Right, and it's like, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're doing absolutely nothing. So, again...
I will say, I think this is good advice for pretty much anything.
Right.
On top of this, take out your emotions on whatever subject or whatever. Take your emotions out for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Look at it from a completely like calm perspective, and see if those emotions are valid. Like, see if you still have those. Like, they're still that high, or they don't degrade a little bit, or they might even completely switch. Like, oh shit, I was so blinded by my like hate and blinded by my righteousness that I didn't see this whole other fucking side.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
And people need to realize that this country and everything was honestly founded on a lot of compromises.
Yeah.
Like, no one got their way 100%. No one. Okay, so we got to stop feeling like, oh, no, we need all this. Or it's not going to... Because I'm like, it's not going to happen.
Nope.
And we're going to keep going into this big-ass circle of like, okay, it's not going to happen. Now we're mad. Oh, they did something, so now we're mad more. Or now they're mad at us because we did something, and we're back to square one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like compromises. So, like I said, you can give Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt. That's fine. But also be aware, okay, he did say this, that, and the third. So if I don't see some results, I'm on his ass. Don't be like, oh, no, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's fine. And then you're just going to forget, and no one's going to care. And it's like, okay, now, this man that you guys love so much just pretty much just lied to y'all.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. But it's fine because it's Jay-Z.
Yeah. And again, on the flip side, too, if you're already, like, crucifying him without having any information.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's just as dumb.
That's just as dumb. It's like, again, wait for him to actually implement some shit. Yeah. Or try at least. And then you can make your opinion. We got to stop all that stuff. We got to stop just jumping on social media and thinking like, oh, so-and-so, they murdered Epstein because of this, blah, blah, blah. I did my due diligence today. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm great. I'm a social justice warrior. I care about the world. No, you don't. You did a fucking tweet. You can do shit. Yep. Like, same thing with these people and this whole shit. Oh, I stand for Kaepernick. Or do you? Did you stop watching? I didn't. I'm like, yeah, I stand for the guy. I want to get a job, but I can't sit here. I'm gonna be honest. I can't sit here and be like, oh no, yeah, man, no, that shit they did to Cap. I was like, fuck that. I ain't watching. I'll watch every game.
Like, as much as we're behind Cap and everything, if the NFL came to us right here, this podcast, and was just like, we want you to be on for whatever reason.
Yeah, be on Jay-Z's team.
Yeah, like their podcast or whatever. I'd be like, yeah, how much money? Yeah. How much money are you giving me?
Because at the end of the day, we're gonna look at it like this. Okay, they're gonna pay us, but also, fuck it, they're paying us. We can say what we want to say in there too.
Yeah, because then we'll like reach a larger audience. And anybody that goes like, "No, I wouldn't take that money," it's like, "No, I'm reaching a larger audience now. I could still say this. I could still say this same shit."
Right. If they fire us for saying that shit, cool. We had a good run, but now we're even bigger.
Yeah, exactly. We still have like a whole bunch of fans that we carry over. Like, damn, this needs to happen. All right, we just gotta start saying stuff. We need to speak this into the universe, and it has to happen.
But yeah, so that's the whole thing, man. Like people just gotta stop. And just really look at stuff objectively and stop thinking that, oh, because I posted something on Instagram or because I tweeted this, I'm so socially tolerant and all this shit. You're not doing anything. All right, you're just the same as us. You're sitting there being like, damn, it's fucked up. Scroll.
Yeah. Back to my video games, back to my binging.
Back to life. Like, all right. If you want to really prove something, go out and do something.
Yeah, really stepping outside of shit really helps. Like, even at work, like, there's this dude that I did not like. He came in out of fucking nowhere. He tried to fuck shit up. Like, he tried to blow the fucking spot up.
It sounded like he came out of nowhere. You sound like you were going to say, he came out of nowhere and tried to just fuck me. Like, and I was like, what?
He might have been. I was just so blinded by my, like, hate for him that I couldn't tell. Didn't see no signs. But he tried to do all this shit, and I was so angry. Like, I was gonna be like that motherfucker. Like, no, I'm gonna do something, and blah, blah, blah. Right. I would talk it out with Dwayne and like kind of like vent there, and then by the time I get to work, I wouldn't be so angry. Right. But even then, like after I did that, like I just completely stopped. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna remove myself from any kind of situation that he could be involved in, I'm gonna CYA cover my own ass.
Right.
Everything's through email. Everything needs receipts with this shit. Typical office shit. And he ended up what do you call it? Just like like killing himself, basically. Crumbling, yeah, like with his own stupid shit, Like he said too much shit. He thought he was like too much, like he thought he was that guy because of whatever. He said the wrong thing around the wrong person. Now he just shuts up in his office, and I'm like, I gotta deal with that. And all I have to do was just not do anything, just step away from the situation.
We gotta be. I'm not just saying you guys. I'm saying for us too. Like everyone has to be a lot smarter.
Yeah.
With everything like they're doing. The key to life is working smarter, not harder. Hard work does pay off when it's necessary.
When it's mixed in with the working smart.
Like when it's necessary, it does pay off. But don't think, because I work so hard, I deserve this. You don't deserve shit.
Nope.
All right. Okay. Cool. You're just wasting time working so hard.
Yep.
While someone else just thought of a whole different, another fucking way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the people who look at Jay-Z and is like, oh no, fuck him. He said this and that, whatever. Again, he could be working very smart and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help y'all, but I'm gonna help my people too. For the people who think like, oh no, you got to stand with Kaepernick. Yeah, you can do that. But also you can end up unemployed. Is that gonna help your bills get paid? Your broke ass fucking being all like, nah, I'm too woke for a job. All right, woke ass gonna be homeless.
For real.
Like, come on, man. We gotta be smarter. We gotta be smarter. Period.
Yep.
But hit him with the plugs.
You can find us on youtube.com/howdoiknowyou. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, HDIKY1. Working on getting rid of that one just so we're easy.
Yeah.
On the eyes.
Get us verified, guys, somehow.
You guys can. I don't know how.
I don't know either. I think
if y'all know someone, or if y'all can like make it happen somehow, help us.
Blue check mark.
That blue check mark means so much. Again, if you got the blue check mark for some reason, everything you say is like gospel.
It is. It's more true. You can find my personal one, Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Lucky005.
You can find my personal Twitter at DCJunior13. My Instagram at DCJuniorBFSB. This will come out Monday, but also hopefully if you guys seen the Instagram promo, I do have an EP coming out. It's called Northside Summer. It drops Friday, August 23rd, so be on the lookout for that. It's going to be on all streaming platforms. Check it out.
And I think you are, but edit this part out if it's not. During this week, we will release a music video that we shot a long time ago that we just never released. Yeah. It just never felt like the right time. It was from his first project?
Yeah.
From his first project. What song was that again? We should probably listen to it before we start.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But we will release it. I hope you guys like it. It was my first music video that I ever shot.
Yeah.
His music. I think your first music that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
Special guest in it. If you could see them,
right,
or not, let us know. But yeah, go ahead and like, comment, share that one. It'll be off his personal YouTube page, so you can find more music of his there. Also on SoundCloud.com/DCJunior, I think.
I don't know, but I'm not posting music on SoundCloud anymore. It'll be strictly iTunes from here on out. Or whatever.
But the old stuff is there.
Yeah, the old stuff is there. But that mixtape is available on Dat Piff, so it's called Random Thoughts. But yeah, well, I'll post the links.
Yeah, well, we're gonna post the links. We're gonna be promoting a lot.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. But like I always say, if I don't know and you don't know,
who really knows?
How do I know you? Thanks for listening, watching. Go subscribe, 5-star reviews, all that shit, and most importantly, please. Sorry, there's an eyelash on my eye, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Edge of my fucking seat, man.
I'm sorry. There's an eyelash. Please. If you're going to form an opinion, if you can't back it up with facts, back it up with passion. One of the two. All right.
And don't get mad when your words are used against you.
Do not get mad.
Then unfollow us on Instagram.
Hey, I don't know who that was, but whatever, man. Let's go.